Hi everyone, my name is Genesy Aickareth and I'm a senior nutrition major on the pre-med track. Today I'll be talking about my thesis called The Confounding Factors of Health, How Food Insecurity, Access to Healthcare, and Lack of a Home Impact Well-Being. The goal of my thesis was to explore the following topics: food insecurity and healthcare inequalities, and I had interviews that shed light on how these topics were applicable to the Lubbock community. My first chapter explores the conditions that make people food insecure. I found that predominantly low-income populations are more at risk to be food insecure. This is because of the unequal distribution of grocery stores in a city, the access to quality and fresh food, and the lack of financial resources. Additionally, food deserts, which is where there isn't a grocery store within a mile of a house, exacerbates food insecurity. Rural, low income, and places where there is a predominantly minority population has significantly less access to food. This has been decreasing because of delivery options, but it's still not really a feasible option for low income individuals. These trends are seen in Lubbock as well, mainly in the east side. There are close to 20 supermarkets in Lubbock, but only one is located on the east side of I-27. It's also shown that an individual's racial background and sexual identity have an influence on food insecurity. African Americans, females, and sexually minority individuals are more food insecure than their white counterparts. The reason for this is that these populations have a harder time acquiring wealth, jobs, and property, so they face a higher discrimination. These factors put these populations at a higher risk for low nutrition and low quality of health. My second chapter talks about healthcare inequalities that are present in homeless and low income individuals. One of the government's biggest social programs is Medicare. However, Medicare doesn't cover the homeless population, non citizens, or immigrants. These populations are left with a very expensive hospital bill. I also explored the role that medical professionals play in eliminating healthcare inequality. Education within healthcare can be vital for better practices. Some students in healthcare most likely have not faced any economic hardship, like some of the patients they're treating. In fact, research shows that American medical students reported parental income within the top 5% of the United States. The best way to help these communities is by educating practitioners about these populations' backgrounds. If healthcare professionals are educated about healthcare disparities and inequalities, they can help treat these communities better. My third chapter interviews 3 people who have a history in helping the Lubbock community. The first 2 interviews are with medical students at the TTU Medical School, and we talk about their experience volunteering in the free clinics in the community and how it changed their perspective on how they will be practicing medicine in the future. We also talked about if it was probable that the TTU School of Medicine would implement volunteering in the communities into their curriculum. My third interview was with the program director that runs Grace Campus, a program for the houseless. We talked about how the program facilitates integration back into the society and how it is like to run a nonprofit organization in Lubbock that's not run on government funding or associated with a certain religious group. All these topics explore how health is multifaceted and how different individual circumstances can highly impact the quality of their health. Thank you.